Welcome back to the Seven Figure Flipping Podcast. I have a friend and guest today from RESimpli, Sharad, the CEO. He's been on our podcast before, but oh my gosh, RESimpli, which is the CRM we use, has made some insane updates, literally insane updates that are helping us to make more money in our business and a lot of other people in the seven figure flipping world. So I wanted to bring Sharad on and talk about some of the artificial intelligence to AI and some of the crazy benefit to the users today. Sharad, welcome to the show, man.
Thank you, Aaron, for having me, man. Super pumped to be on the show, to be back on the show.
So pumped to have you. I know everybody already knows your background, so we won't go back into that. They can listen to the other podcast you did. Let's get right into the CRM and how it's helping businesses make money and the addition of AI. Like, what are you excited about? Can you talk about what you just implemented and the impact it's having?
Yeah, absolutely, man. So, when we looked at AI, we wanted to add things that were actually going to solve a real problem for our investors. So we looked at, okay, what is going to actually help investors make more money? So we looked at the challenges investors were facing. Number one was not answering a call. That's like the biggest mistake you can make is, and like this is a marketing business for real estate investors. If you want to buy off-market property, and then if you're spending all this money on marketing, you send mail out or whatever marketing you do, and if you do not pick up the call, that like you're wasting money on your marketing. So that's one of the AIs that we have is it literally picks up the call every single time. So what we've done in our business, what hundreds of investors have done is they've replaced, in some cases, a human answering service with this. And in my business, we don't have voicemail. It goes to my team, rings them for 20 seconds. If they don't pick up, it goes to AI. AI is going to pick up every single time without missing a call. So with that, you should have 100% answer rate on your inbound calls every single time. And then other AIs that we built out are people spend money on web leads, PPC, SEO, or any web leads coming in. So we have an AI that immediately within 2 seconds of someone submitting a form, it calls them, gets them engaged on a call and starts having a conversation. And then you can have this outbound AI as part of a drip campaign also. So instead of you making a call, you can tell AI to keep calling the lead every week, every month, however often you want, and it'll keep doing that. Seller picks up, AI will have a conversation, and then based on kind of what you want AI to do, either book an appointment or just tell this seller that someone is going to call back. And then we have an AI, conversational AI, which anytime a seller sends you a text message, 24 hours, 7 days a week, AI will reply back within 20 seconds to essentially book an appointment or get the seller to agree to an in-person appointment or a phone appointment. So those are the four that interact with the seller to get you actually interaction with the seller to make it faster for you to respond back, pick up the call, make outbound calls. And the others that we have are there's AI that any incoming or outgoing call that you have, you can have AI actually score that call, grade that call, and give you a scoring on how that person will perform with a very detailed breakdown. And then you also have for investors that are going on in-person appointment, you can now actually go on an appointment, open the RESimpli app, click record. It's going to record that in-person meeting. And then once you're done, it's going to give you a score of how that person performed for the in-person meeting. And then you can, and then three other that we have is we have one that can score your lead as they come in, and then one that can analyze your KPIs and give you some actionable items. And then another one that we have is a translate AI. So if you have someone, a seller sends you a text message in Spanish and you don't know any Spanish, it's going to translate that into English. And then you can type a message back in English, and then it's going to send it out in Spanish. So you could have a text message conversation with a seller who doesn't speak English, and then you don't speak any Spanish. You can have you can communicate with that person in Spanish.
Literally insane. So there are principles in real estate, things that are always true and have been forever, regardless of technology and anything. Number one, if you're sending marketing out, you have to talk to the person who engages with you. So for direct to seller marketing, getting off market deals, like direct mail, the number one sin of direct mail is not answering your phone. Of course, if you're a solo team, or even if you have a big team, they're not 24/7 in 99% of cases. Nobody has a 24/7. So people go out and hire call centers and all this other stuff. I've been using this, and it's literally picking up the phone at any time, and we're not missing calls, which is guaranteed to add efficiency to your business. It is guaranteed that you will get more deals if you are consistently doing this over time, my opinion, of course. It's like insane. So number one, I think people have to realize like how important it is, like to talk to people. Like you have to talk to people, and the other principle is speed to lead. Speed kills deals. Speed to lead gets you deals. These are principles. These are things that are just fact. They're true. They're proven over decades and decades of investing. And what the CRM, what RESimpli does today for us and so many other businesses is it enhances that in your business like crazy. It's hard for some people to wrap their mind around, but I love it because we were talking before this podcast, big teams doing literally hundreds of deals a year are more efficient, making more money, more to their bottom line with this system. A solo operator who doesn't want to cold call, doesn't want to answer the front end dirty calls. I call those the dirty calls, like, the people upset, or they don't want to do the front end screening, can literally just focus on the real revenue generating activity, which is talking to people who are serious about selling their houses. It's crazy. The world is moving fast in terms of technology. Like the artificial intelligence and the ability to talk to people on the phone has, in the last 8 to 12 months, light years. It's light years. It's like almost unfathomable. So it's really cool with what RESimpli is doing. What are you seeing? You've already, we're full on a couple months into this thing. Where are you seeing people have the most success right now with the use cases that are coming in?
I think for AI, I would say the easiest one that every single investor should use is the inbound call answer AI. Like every single call, like if you have a voicemail in your business, then you're living, in the past. Like the way I look at it, like you should not have, at least at a minimum, you should not have a voicemail. So even if you don't trust the AI to the point where you don't want to replace, some of your human interaction, you want to have, of course, like we have calls going to our team. If they don't pick up, it goes to AI. Instead of, it's 1,000 times better experience than the call going to voicemail. AI is so efficient. At this point, we're taking thousands of calls. AI is taking thousands of calls every single week. And it's amazing that 99% of the people don't even realize you're talking to an AI. Even though when AI picks up, it says, hey, I'm an AI phone agent. Literally, the people don't even realize, they'll just have a normal conversation. And because
even when they do, Sharad, here's what's crazy. We literally were in this office yesterday listening to an AI call. The guy clearly recognized it was AI. In fact, he was talking to it like it was a third grader. He was like, yes, the address is 1, 2, 3 Main Street. It was like he recognized it. This one call, he recognized it, but there was no hesitation. Right. He literally answered the questions we have set for him, the AI, to ask, and it's totally accepting of it.
Yeah.
Even when he recognized it, he was totally accepting of it. I think what's interesting is, if I think about people complaining about call centers, right? Typically in the Pacific, like the Philippines and overseas, where people are getting labor cheaper, most of the call centers are there for any business, not just real estate. I see people have more resistance to answering those calls on that live human than I do AI right now in our business. Like I'm seeing it, and they're like not resistant at all. It's wild.
Yeah. I think it could be like AI speaking the same accent as you're used to, so they feel like they're talking to someone local. It's kind of weird, and it's gonna become so common. Now imagine in your case, it went to AI if you did not have AI, it would have gone to voicemail. You would have missed a call. And then at that point, you're hoping that the person would leave a detailed voicemail, versus AI is so trained to answer all the questions. Even if you select all the questions you want AI to ask, the call is no longer going to, it's not going to be more than 2 minutes. AI is so efficient to ask all the questions. Then we've trained the AI to put some guardrails so it'll bring the conversation back. Like imagine, if you do direct mail, you have so many people calling back and absolutely pissed off. Don't call me again. Like imagine someone they can call, staying calm, saying, hey, I understand. I'm sorry. Can you give me the address? Just brings the conversation back, never loses its cool, gets the information that you need to get, and then just moves on.
No mistakes. No mistakes. No
exactly.
emotions.
No emotions. And picks up every single time. Every single time.
It's impressive. It's a must-have today in your business.
100%.
You're going to get left behind very quickly if you don't adapt to this. I don't care if you're techie or not techie. That's the whole point of RESimpli, which in my opinion, I've been beating this drum for months. It is the best out of the box CRM on the market. You don't need a developer. Sharad deals with all that. I literally was just saying, man, that seems like a headache having to have the developers do all this work and, work on the back end tech stuff, but you don't need it. It's not necessary for your business. And there are a lot of CRMs that you do need it, and they're nice, they're Gucci, but man, that it's like you got to hire a whole person. My position on this over the years has been, I've seen everything. I've worked in different CRMs. I've seen all the CRMs in our community, 7-figure flipping. Best out of the box. It is the best out of the box.
Thank you. We're working on, before call I was telling you, we're working on our 6.0 version, really taking it to the next level. I've never been this excited about any update than the one that we're working on. And we're still looking at everything from a lens of, hey, it's going to be very, very powerful on the back end, but the front end should be super simple, where you don't need to hire an external person to do anything that you wanted to do. So that's the kind of lens that we look through and say, okay, with everything that we're doing, it needs to have every single functionality that people need, make it extremely powerful, but the front end should be very, very simple, where people are like, oh, yeah, it makes sense. I don't need to hire anyone. I don't need to hire a consultant or anyone to just help me with that. We get people switching from Salesforce, Go High Level, Podio, and the number one complaint that we had, it just gets way too complicated. They have tech team that's helping them do this, and we definitely don't want to do that.
It has to be frictionless. That being inside of a CRM and doing anything tech is not revenue generating for real estate businesses. If you're running a real estate business, you have no business setting up a bunch of tech when literally other people like RESimpli have made it. That's all that team focuses on. So of course they're going to be better than what you're capable of internally. So I want to go. AI is all the jazz right now. It's super effective. It's super frictionless. It is making businesses so much more efficient. But people are looking at that. They're looking backwards. What is next? What is 6.0 going to look like?
A lot of automations, lots and lots of automation to the point. Yeah, you basically marketing, you set it and forget it marketing. I personally go through every single feature request that we get, that we have on our website. I personally go through that, and we practically are including everything that people have been asking for in this update. It's going to look a lot different. And I've already kind of given a preview of, mock-up of what it's going to look like to some of our investors. And we're looking at every single piece of feedback that we've received. I go through, whether it's Loom video, email, text, anything, I go through that. And then we look at, okay, let's, this makes sense. Let's definitely include it. If I have any question where it doesn't, I'm reaching out to that investor and say, hey, can you clarify a little bit more on what you're looking for? Yeah,
I'm super pumped. I don't know if I can, maybe if I see you the end of this year, maybe I'll get to see an inside look, but I'll tell you right now, if you're doing your company a disservice if you don't at least check, get on a call, look at the system, just take a look at it. It's literally free for a couple of weeks. You can get on it, click through it, see if it works for your business. There's like no risk in that. But if you don't do that, to me, it's a disservice that you're just doing the status quo and you're not looking to improve your business, even if you're a solo operator or if you're a big team. Like big teams, like been in the game for decades, are doing literally 200 to 300 deals a year. It's worth it to make the change because it's so much more efficient, it's so much more effective, and it's impacting the bottom line in a positive way. There's something to be said about that.
Yeah, no, absolutely. It's funny you said that. That's how, I don't know if it's the right way to look at it or not. That's how I look at kind of RESimpli. I take it at, we want to add so much value where if someone does not use RESimpli in their business, they're actually doing a disservice to themselves. Like that's how we look at it. Like how can we make it so valuable that it's not even a pricing conversation, it's just a value conversation. Yeah,
you can't live without it. And I mean, we use it literally every day. I probably got 50 RESimpli notifications since I've been on this call with you. It's like it's like breathing. You have to do it. You have to have. If you're getting leads to get real estate, leads are the oxygen of your business. If without them, your business dies. It doesn't matter where you're getting the leads. Leads are the oxygen of your business. If you're getting leads, there has to be a pipeline for those to move through in the absolutely most efficient way that lets you focus on the things, or your company focus on the things that actually make money in your company. So
100%.
It's non-negotiable. It really is. It's a crazy impact. And of course, like people ask me all the time, like, what's the best CRM? What's the right CRM for me? The one that you'll use. You and I talk about this all the time.
Always the right answer. The one that you are going to use. I mean, that is always the right answer. It's whatever it is. If it's pen and paper, but you can stick to it. You can, have whatever notification with a pen and paper system. That's what you should use. It's whatever you feel comfortable with. But I think people tend to overcomplicate their business. They feel like, I need something custom, where people, guys that are doing, 20, 30 deals a year, they feel like they've gotten to the point where their business is so unique that they need something custom. And I tell them, you really don't. We have guys that are doing 30, 40 deals. I mean, we have a team in Dallas, super competitive market. They do about 30 to 35 contracts a month. They've been on RESimpli, and it's funny that they got to the point where they started out as invested about 5 years ago, beginning of COVID. And then they used us for a year, and then they felt like their business got to a point where they needed something custom, switched to Podio for 3 months, and then came back. And now they've scaled their business to 30, 35 contracts a month. I mean, I look at Dean Rogers. Dean Rogers, like he just texted me.
Friend.
Yeah, he closed a deal, his biggest deal of his career. He made $181,000, and he had the property in the contract. He went to RESimpli, pulled up a list of cash buyers, and then just found a new buyer, paid $181,000 on the 185, but after all the costs, he netted $181,000.
Oh, I love it.
Insane.
I love it.
$181,000. This is how much we're selling our properties for, and then he's making $181,000.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's double. That's double some people's income in many cases. It's super cool, man, and I'm grateful. I'll take you kind of just through like my decision on like why I personally love RESimpli, other than it works. Of course, our team has to use it right. We've got to set it up right, and I love the team is so responsive at RESimpli. If we're like we got to make sure we set this up right. Your team is like literally like having multiple other employees in my own business. But the thing about RESimpli is that it is designed by somebody who invests, which is you and your crew of friends, me, all these other people, Dean, Ryan, all these people that are friends with us who are real operators that do real business. And you have a Facebook page, and you're personally in there probably too much. You're probably trying to get out of there more than you're trying to be in there. But your passion for it comes through because you're in there, you're answering questions, you're so committed to the service. To me, that says something. It's easy for somebody to just want to build a software company, blow it up, sell it, which is great. I love that. But there's a difference between being completely engrossed in it, passionate about it, being so like you're thinking about, is it efficient? How easy is it every day? And you're pressuring your own team to make it better, make it more efficient, make it easier to use. And that just says a lot about the software. That's the difference, in my opinion, between something that's good and something that's great.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that. No, I mean, I think if we, I tell my team all the time, if we just focus all our efforts with everything we're doing across all departments in the company, that we want to help investors make more money, close more deals and make more money, then it just simplifies all the decisions that we need to make. Like on our CS team, it's funny that we had a conversation a couple of weeks ago with our CSC, when someone would send a message to chat, they would engage them in small talk. I said, we don't need to do that. Honestly, nobody gives a crap about that. Just all investors care about it. They want to get the right information in the quickest possible time. So just do 100%.
That. Yep.
Just do that. Nobody cares. Hey, how's your day going? I hope you have it. Yeah, no, don't need it. Yeah. So we literally went through that. So just look at everything from one viewpoint only. We want to help investors make more money. That's the goal at the end of the day. Everything like, what should we do in the CS? What should we do in the marketing? What should we do in the development team? What do I need to do as the CEO that's going to help investors make more money? And if we do that every single day, we truly, truly believe in that, we're truly passionate about that, it just makes every single decision we're making super simple. It's not about money. It's not about anything else. It's about adding more value, helping investors make more money. And that's it.
Yeah, I love it, man. And hey, you're in California. It's early over there. I'm grateful you jumped on. People need to hear this. They need to cut through the noise. Stop getting in the forums and get into the CRM. Just go look at it. It's free for a couple of weeks where you can go, do I understand this? Is it simple? You don't have to listen to me or listen to Sharad. So I highly recommend that. Every investor who has leads in their business that is, needs to be able to manage those leads and have a CRM should at least kick the tires on it. Get in there, check it out. It's so cool. I'm grateful that you woke up and had your cup of coffee with me this morning, or tea, or whatever you're drinking over there.
I don't drink any caffeine. Yeah.
Okay. Your tea. Yeah. I do drink caffeine. I had my cup of coffee already, but I know it's earlier there on the West Coast, man. I'm grateful for you, brother. I'm so appreciative of what you're building. It makes my life and my business easier.
Thank you, man. Thank you so much. Thank you for, having us be part of your community. Thank you so much for, being a believer in RESimpli. Again, I promise you, your community, every day we're working hard to add more value to investors to help them make more money. So yeah, as long as we do that, everything else will take care of itself.
Yeah, appreciate you, man. And if you're listening to this, there'll be a link in the description for you to just go check it out. It's doesn't cost you anything to check it out. So we'll drop the link in the description for you guys to check it out. It's super, super cool. And it's highly, highly effective and efficient. So jump in, check it out, click around, see how it can help you make more money in your business. Sharad, thanks so much. I appreciate everybody for listening, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.